Phil, you obviously played against Bobby Moore in the 73-74 season. What are your memories of being up against him?
Obviously, he was a fantastic player who read the game very well. I was in a lot of the England squads with him at the early days as well. When I first got into the England squad, Bobby was still playing. So the only time I ever played with him was way back in 1970 when I actually signed for QPR. And we played, and I got called very late to play in a testimonial game at Reading for Dennis Allen, who was Martin Allen's father. And it was a London 11 against a Reading 11, and I think Jerry Francis, myself and Dave Clement got pulled in as young lads to basically to fill places. I think Pat Jennings had pulled out and couldn't play or got injured or something, so it was just before the season started. And we walked into the dressing room as three youngsters. I mean, I was only 20 years old. I might not even have actually been 20. I think I might have still only been 19. You know, so and like three years earlier, I've been watching. 4 years earlier, sorry, I'd been watching Bobby Moore lift the World Cup trophy with everyone else at Wembley, and I walked in, and first person, he was up in the corner, first person to come over, he come over and put his hand out. He said hello. He said, who are you? He said, I'm Bobby Moore. As if thinking, I almost wanted to say, what the hell do you think you're introducing yourself to me for? Because everyone knows who you are. But that's the kind of person he was. You know, he wanted, and he come over and start chatting to us, and it was just amazing. He put us really. We were playing with Alan Ball played in that game, and a few others really big names. Martin Peters, I think, played. So we were playing with like real superstars, if you like, of the time, and we were just three young kids from QPR. We hadn't even, I hadn't even played. I think the three of us had played in the first team at that time. So that was the kind of man he was, and he just come on and said, "We'll really enjoy it." He said, "Come on," he said, "and I'll help you if you're in any trouble or anything." He said, "Just give me a shout." He said, "I'll help you out if I can." And that was what he was. He was just an amazing person, because he wasn't he didn't live up to the superstar status that he had. He was just a normal guy, and I think that's you often get in this modern age of football now. You get players, perhaps a little bit like Balotelli, to name someone who thinks they're 20 times better than they actually are, and they think they're this God-given superstar. Bobby Moore was 10 times a player that Balotelli will ever be, and yet he was just a nice, normal human being, and he was a fantastic servant to West Ham and to football.
So humility and generosity of spirit, is that what marked him out as being particularly special?
I think it was, because there was not. To be honest, he's probably one of the finest defenders, if not the finest defender we've ever had in this country, and I think in the world as well. I mean, you can look at Beckenbauer, and Beckenbauer's another one, but he played in a slightly different position to Bobby Moore. So, you know, you could probably say in his position, Bobby Moore was the best that's ever been. But he's just a normal guy, and he just came across as a normal guy.
And how do you think he continues to be remembered at this club?
Oh, he's remembered with great fondness at this club because of the service he gave. I think he's probably very disappointed when he actually was told that he wasn't no longer needed at West Ham, because I think he could have probably carried on, because he played the game with his head. He was very, very knowledgeable on the game. He read the game like no one else could, and he could probably have played for another 2 or 3 seasons here. Instead, he went to Fulham and had a little revival of his career there. But as far as West Ham fans go, he's still the greatest West Ham player of all time.